where did it all start? I think I've always been into bikes. I've ridden bikes since I was very young. I've raced, I've ridden for fun, I've ridden in all degrees and aspects. I've been a roadie for a bit, I've been a mountain biker, but my real passion is being outside in the great outdoors, and that kind of lends itself to gravel or mountain bike. As long as you ride your bike and you have fun and enjoy yourself, that's all I'm interested in. I've always been fascinated with how bikes are put together, all the technical aspects, not so much the design side, that's kind of come later through fabricating and learning to build bikes. But in the early days, it's the gadgetry, it's the stuff that goes on them, it's the dropper posts, the electronic shifting, all these advancements the industry's made in recent years, particularly I think in materials, material design and end use design. So I'm kind of fascinated by that. The original idea was going to be that I was going to go on a frame building course just to see what it was about at the Bicycle Academy. Sadly, the Bicycle Academy is no more, but the more I looked at the costs of these courses, the more I thought this is a bit prohibitive as a hobby. So how it really started was, got some tubing from Reynolds. They were very generous and you didn't have to be a big builder, you know, small hobby builder or big builder. They're quite happy to sell you product. So I got some Reynolds 853 tubing. I didn't really know what I was doing. I spent a bit too much time on the internet, and off we went. And so the first bike was just a steel hardtail, and really that was just to see if I could work out how to do it and enjoy the process of doing it. That's kind of critical wording there, because for a lot of people in our society today, they're very end goal driven. I want to get there and I want to get there as quickly as possible. That's not how I work. For me, I wouldn't say I work slowly, but I want to work my way through every single part of the process, and I don't want to move on to the next step of the process until I'm happy that I have a reasonable to good level of understanding of the process. This isn't a race to the finish line. This is an enjoyment of the process, and more importantly, it's a refinement of the process as we work through each iteration. Every mass-produced bike I've ever bought, I have broken at some point or another, because I like to go big and I like to act like an animal. And that's part of my riding. It's part of my enjoyment. It's not you know, oh, we've got to see if we can break things, but it's how I ride. I like to ride hard and aggressively, and that's where I get my buzz. So for me, if I couldn't break my own very poorly built steel hardtail, it got me thinking, if I actually applied myself and put proper energy and time and resources, because everything costs money, into it, could I make better bikes? Could I make something that looked a bit better, rode a bit better?